honest, I ain't seen him since Dez's wedding 2 summers ago. So it was great to see him. He was just here, kind of seeing how we do things around here. He told me he was taking the year off, so just spending a lot of time with his family. But he's taken a couple times an opportunity to come check out other teams, see how they operate, see what he can take from their game and mold into his when he gets back into it.
What was it like to get back to the intensity that comes with training camp?
It was good. It was good. This is a different vibe of training camp with a lot younger guys than before, so we got after it, running around a lot. Coach is screaming. You're kind of just turning your head, getting to the next spot. But it was fun. It was good.
A lot of guys seem like they're getting prepared to play a lot faster this year. How would you describe the change in pace that Joe wants from you guys?
Think of like a NASCAR pit stop where you just don't stop moving, right? And it's just like as soon as you go in, the guys are exchange, and we're out. That's what it is. As soon as we cross half court, it's we're on it.
What does that mean for the guys in the front court?
You'll see us in a lot of actions at half court, setting a lot of picks and stuff like that. Depending on your game, if you're a pop, if you're a roller, mixing in the two, and then the front court we're gonna have to run a lot for sure.
How would you describe your motivation to prove that last season was an outlier for you?
Great question. I think it's through the work that I put in. I come in each day and I work my butt off, and then depending on the schedule what we got, I come back at night and get extra shots up. So I just leave it to the work that I do, and I think that it's going to pay off once I get my opportunities.
How difficult was last season for you?
From just a playing perspective, it was very hard, right? Just wanting to play, wanting to contribute. But I also, I was going through stuff myself. Like my knee would have days where it would just swell up into a balloon after I'd have one scrimmage or stuff like that. So I knew, like, consistency-wise, like I could be there to kind of support, but like as far as my actual play, I couldn't do everything I wanted to do. So last year was difficult in that aspect, but I did learn a ton from KP and from Al and from Luke on just their preparation and how they took every day, and they were kind of robotic with it, from their strength work to their treatment, just everything was day in and day out, and that's what I want to take into this year for sure.
How do you view the opportunity now that those guys are no longer here?
I view it as me, Nimi, and Luka, we have a really great opportunity to play a lot of meaningful minutes for a great ball club like this. And so for us, like, I guess all you can do is, like I said, keep preparing and don't take it for granted. Like when you get those minutes, like go hard. You don't have to be perfect, but you got to go hard and take advantage of it.
Where are you at health-wise? I know you had the procedure the previous year. Some of that swelling. You felt pretty good for a lot of last year. When did it start to go sideways a little bit?
When it started to go sideways?
Yeah.
Probably like January of 25. And then I got another injection March of 25. And that had some like healing principles, like stem cells in it, and that one really helped. I mean, the whole summer I didn't have any flare-ups or nothing like that. My knee swelling has been the lowest it's been since I've been here, so those have helped a ton.
How have you learned to manage? It feels like you've been battling that for a lot of your career now. It's probably frustrating when it pops up. How have you learned to manage that and battle that, as it keeps coming up?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been a lot of my career. It's really just been in that it started in year 4 from my very first flare-up, and pieces of my meniscus kind of like tearing off and stuff like that. Back then it was hard because like I didn't know about like stretching that much and doing that. I just knew about like training more. And so now having some balance when I have the hard days and like the light catch and shoot days, and then also I stretch now. That's why I was late. I stretch now every day on my hips and my calves, making sure everything's loose for my knees. That helps a lot.
It looks like you've also slimmed down a little bit. Is there any changes you made over the summer?
Yeah, I lost 12 pounds. Chicken and rice, salmon and rice. Just boring, like I say, but it works. It works. And if I had a nice chef this summer who was throwing down for me, so it was great.
Why is that important? Just for the health of your joints?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed, and maybe that's another reason I haven't had many flare-ups this summer, was because my weight has been going down. So I think it's made it easier for me to be consistent with my work and be consistent with how hard I go versus if I have a flare-up, I got to take a couple of days and stuff like that.
When you saw how the offseason was going and you guys were losing a lot of the front court players from last year, did you start thinking like early on, like this year could be a big opportunity for more minutes? Did that have anything to do with kind of how you started thinking about preparing your shot or three-point shooting and things like that?
Ironically, no. only because like I just wanted to get better. Like I felt like last year was, as far as my talent wise, as far as my game, like I didn't really do much. And so this summer, like I knew regardless of if guys would me back or not, like I was gonna work my butt off to just get better and then leave the rest up to my opportunities and to, you know, who we have on the roster and to Joe and stuff like that. So no, it didn't impact it that much.
Lucas was talking about kind of your relationship going back to high school and stuff. What is it like having him around now?
It's great. That's my guy. We Sam calls us the Buffaloes. So we get together on the hoop over there every day. We work out for 20 to 40 minutes and we just compete. And it's nice because, you know, we're in college together, kind of going and battling one another, trying to push each other to be great. And now that we're together and, you know, it's year 5 for him, I think, and year 6 for me, like it's pretty dope, you know, to see that we're lasting the test of time and just continue to get better year in and year out.
Is there a particular part of the game you feel like you made the most improvement in this offseason?
Definitely shooting. As you'll probably notice as we get going in the season and stuff like that. I mean, I've put up like a tireless amount of shots. So definitely my shooting. You'll see my defense come back again where I'll make cuts and do things where it's like, okay, you can really switch and guard 1 through 5. And it's because of my knee health and that I got it back in the right direction.
So I think mechanical, you changed with your shot, or is it just a matter of reps?
Just reps. You just rep it out so much to where like you can damn near close your eyes and make a shot. Yeah. Yeah.